Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Tavikes28, and we are live once again with the Toronto Huskies franchise. And as you can see, we will be heading towards our bye week here, week number 4 of the third season of this franchise. But before we get into all that, I'm going to go ahead and check the audio, make sure all of the sound and everything is okay for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and check the audio, make sure. And I'm sure you're getting an echo right now. I apologize for that. But anyways, it sounds like the audio is all good on my end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. The Toronto Huskies franchise, we're going now into year number 3. Crazy to think, third season already. And things have been going pretty well here in year 3 for your Toronto Huskies. We got a winning record right now. And this was coming off of a 3-game winning streak to end last season. And we came into this year hot, which is nice to see. The only loss was in week 2 to the Tua-led Giants. And it was a 4-point loss and one that we led for most of that game. So it was a very close game. Came down to the very wire, and it didn't go our way. But we bounced back in week 3 against the Cowboys, played angry, and really beat up on them all game long. And for those of you that are new here, the Toronto Huskies franchise is a little different than most franchises. I'll go ahead and jump in and show you guys the roster real quick in case you are new here, or maybe you are, haven't been here in a little while I explain what the Huskies franchise is. So the Toronto Huskies franchise is a sim-based franchise. What that means is that the Huskies, we will play, and let me rephrase that, we don't play any of the games, okay? What I mean by that is you still see every snap of every game, but we are not physically altering or impacting the game by playing every snap. We watch them, I commentate over it, we do a CPU versus CPU based game, and it gives you the realest aspect of team building that I've ever seen in Madden. I think that this is the best way to really find out whether you can build a team and build a team well. So that is what we are going ahead and doing in this franchise, is trying to create a team from scratch, because we started from scratch. Okay, it was essentially an expansion team. We had like 60 overall across the board, and have built them up to what you see here today, and are trying to win a Super Bowl championship that way. It's a really fun exercise. If you guys haven't done something like this, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a great way to get into team building, and it's like since they got rid of NFL head coach way back when, there really hasn't been a game like that since. And this is the closest that I've gotten to that type of an experience, a GM, head coach, whatever you want to call it, type of experience, where you are not necessarily playing the games, but you're still impacting the game by creating the team and building the team. So that's kind of what this whole thing is based upon. And as you see, that is our quarterback, Trevor Nickerson, second-year quarterback who has been playing lights out to start his year 2. And I think we might be seeing a big year 2 here from Trevor Nickerson this year. And we've heard about a lot of those year 2 leaps, and I think we might be seeing one right here in the Huskies franchise with Trevor Nickerson, which is really, really exciting to keep track of and look forward to. Every single game, it seems like he's improving and playing at a high level, game in and game out. But let's go ahead and start getting through this thing. And I did go ahead and did make a decision on the draft class. For those of you that didn't hear me in the last episode, I had to make a decision here because previously I have used either a created draft class or a real-life draft class every year of this franchise. But this year, I needed to make a decision. I guess, let me rephrase that. Every year except the very first season of this franchise, I did that. I used one of the auto-generated draft classes the first year. But every year other than that, I have used either a created draft class that or one that is a real life draft class like the Trevor Lawrence draft class. But in this situation, this was going into the first year where I kind of needed to make a decision if I wanted to continue using those, because I only have so many created draft classes that I can work with, or go ahead and let us get one of those auto-generated draft classes. So I went with the auto-generated draft class actually this year. I feel like alternating every other year with an auto-generated draft class will kind of even it out a little bit. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start doing. So this year we'll have an auto-generated draft class. Next year we'll have either a created draft class or a real draft class, depending on which route we want to go. But that is the plan moving forward. So we have an auto-generated class for this upcoming season. So that is what you guys get to look forward to in terms of scouting. So I don't know, and neither do you guys know anything about any of these players, which makes it exciting. So let's go ahead and advance though to week number 4, our bye week, early bye week for us this season. And as you see, we have a few things that we can go ahead and do here in week number 4. We got a weekly award last week, and that is Micah Parsons, who had 2 sacks, forced fumble, and 7 tackles. And he was a menace out there. And that was really nice to see, considering he's been kind of a little bit on the quieter side throughout the first couple games. And obviously he's a rookie, so this is very exciting to see him come out and play at a high level here in week number 3 against the Cowboys. And let's go ahead and do these upgrades as well. We got Jalen Thompson here with an upgrade. Up to a 78 overall now. And now we have, like I mentioned, we have some things that we need to do here and figure out who we want to keep out of this list of players moving towards next season. Now, we are trying to save some money because we have a lot of large contracts upcoming in the next season or two that we're going to have to take care of. So we'll have to keep that in mind when we go ahead and give out some of these contracts. And I do want to get Josh Lambo under contract. He did essentially say no to this 5-year deal that we gave him previously. So we're going to just go ahead and up it just a little bit, see what he says to that. And he accepts. So we have Josh Lambo for 5 more seasons, the absolute GOAT of a kicker that we've had so far. He's been phenomenal for us. And if he's that good, why not keep him around? Because kickers are hard to come by in this game, in terms of reliable ones at least. So Josh Lambo, being able to find one that you can count on is really nice, and we'll probably have him until he retires most likely, or until he gets really, really bad. So that is the first contract out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and give you guys the first look at this scouting class. So bear with me here. As you see, I only scouted a couple of the top guys just to see roughly what they were looking like, and it looks like a pretty mediocre class, not going to lie. I don't think we're going to find that many studs necessarily in this class. This is going to be more of a depth class, if I had to take a wild guess. So that's something that we have to keep in mind moving forward. However, I think that we could use some depth at a few places. Maybe get a backup safety. That would be a nice thing to get at some point. So let's go ahead and scout some of these later round safeties. See if we can get a decent gem, as it seems like they're not too great. So we'll scout some of these top safeties, see if they are any better luck with them. Marcus McDonald looks to be okay. Not too impressed so far, so let's go ahead and move towards a different position that we need some depth. And I was actually thinking maybe the running back spot, because Latavius Murray may not be around moving forward. So let's go ahead and maybe look at this spot, see if we can't find some guys. We'll scout some of the top running backs just to see if we have anything really exceptional here, and it doesn't appear to be anything. I mean, he's good. Clay Graham seems like a good running back, but I don't think he's going to blow us out of the water by any means. So that's going to be what we're looking at, is more depth throughout this draft than anything, because I don't think we need a whole lot of starters moving forward. As I showed you guys already, we kind of have our starting core moving forward. So really at this point it's just development of a lot of these players and trying to get the most out of these guys while we can. That's kind of the name of the game right now. And we could still use some edge help possibly, but at the same time we've been using a lot of our linebackers as edge rushers. So it's not necessarily something that we have to look at immediately. I just feel like we've got so much great talent on this team. We don't necessarily need a lot of help. Like I said, safety, backup safety could be a position that we could look at. We don't necessarily have that backup. Lano Hill, his contract is up, so we may or may not have him around moving forward, and so we really don't have a backup safety. So that's why I decided to look at that as a possibility. So let's go ahead and advance to week number 5 and get into this game against the LA Chargers. Very excited to see what we can do. We have a breakout player opportunity here. We'll look at that here after we do some upgrades. So we got Micah Parsons with an upgrade. It's nice to see. Continue to develop his speed rushing capabilities. He's now got an ability, and well, we can't see what it is, but we'll look when we get out of here. Terrell Beckwith gets an upgrade. He's up to a 75 overall. And then Nick Bolton gets an upgrade into the 70s now. So let's real quick look to see what the ability that Micah Parsons got. And it still doesn't show us the ability. That is, I think it's because he has hidden dev. That's why we can't see the ability. So just give it a little bit here. Probably after either this game or next week, we'll be able to see his ability. So let's see the breakout player. All right. It looks like Floyd Ellis has an opportunity to possibly get to Superstar X Factor. Floyd Ellis needs 2, all right, forced fumbles, tackle for loss, or sacks in this game. He has been a menace the entirety of this series. Best player on our team, in my opinion, and he is Aaron Donald level type of good. And I am so excited to see if he can get this and get himself into the X Factor point. So let's go ahead and jump into this game. We've got the Chargers on tap here. And as you see, the LA Chargers, they have a lot of familiar faces out there. Keenan Allen, Derwin James, Joey Bosa, and a handful of other guys. We'll look at the depth chart once we get into this game. And now this is going to be a little bit of a different Chargers team than you might be used to nowadays, because this is the Joe Burrow-led Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. So your Toronto Huskies are heading out west to LA to face the Chargers here in week number 5. This is a showdown with some possible playoff implications. And it's a nice sunny day, and those are not your commentators. My name is TayVikes28, and I'll be commentating for you guys today. And as I mentioned, nice sunny day out here in LA. The heat is on, and the pressure is on for both of these squads, as they both know that with a win today, they all get one step closer to making the elusive playoffs. So let's see which team wants it more as we head into this one. So let's go ahead real quick before we get into it. I'll show you the depth chart for the Chargers. And they do have third-year quarterback Joe Burrow, and they have Mitch Trubisky as well. As you see, Joe Burrow has been the starter now for at least 2 seasons for them. And then they obviously still have Austin Eckler, and they have Devonta Freeman as well. You'll recognize some of these names, like Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are still out there. And Hunter Henry as well. But they have a few other names like Josh Jones that are new, Wyatt Davis they got in this previous draft. Trey Turner is still there, as well as Brian Bulaga. Joey Bosa, the stud on the defensive front for them, is still there. They have Anthony Zettel right now. Jerry Tillery across the front is there. They have Uchenna Nwosu still at the linebacking core, as well as Miles Jack in the middle. We tried to get him in free agency, and they went ahead and stole him, actually. So that is something to keep an eye on. They have Levante David as well. Interesting linebacking core here. Jordan Jenkins. Desmond King is their #1 corner, along with Casey Hayward, the veteran. They have Nasir Adderley here at safety, as well as Derwin James. Good safety duo here. And that is going to be rounding out the depth chart. So that's some of the names you can look forward to here as we get into this one. And it is time to start up this game. As your Toronto Huskies are kicking off this one to the LA Chargers, who are going to be returning this one from the end zone out past the 20 to the 24. And that is where the Joe Burrow-led Chargers are going to be coming out onto the football field. As you see, Joe Burrow's having a great start to his season. 8 touchdowns to 1 interception. Already over 1,000 yards passing. And he is feeling good here and trying to lead his Chargers to a playoff appearance. As they're going to start under center on first down, as Joe Burrow is able to get the ball off to the left-hand side, and a good play by the defender there. That is Darius Slay making a play on the ball and the wide receiver there to break that one up. And as you see, a lot of these names are familiar on this offense. Just a new quarterback at the helm. No more Phillip Rivers out there for the Chargers. It is, in fact, Joe Burrow, third-year quarterback. And as you see, Austin Eckler getting pushed back after a gain of about 2 yards there. And you guys are very familiar with this defensive unit. And there's an emphasis on a unit here for the Toronto Huskies because they play as a unit. From front to back, it is like they are moving together as one solid defense. And that is probably why they are one of the best defenses in the NFL. As you see, a nice play there going up the seam. That is Joe Burrow to Hunter Henry. Gain of 22 yards and a first down. All the way up to the 49. Nice little jump ball there as Hunter Henry goes up over the defender and makes a play. He just simply says, "I'm more athletic than you," as he goes up for about a 22 or 23 yard grab there. Impressive stuff. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, and they are trying to get into plus territory here, and they're going to start off with a handoff as it is blown up in the backfield. Austin Eckler going backwards for 2 yards as Jordan Hicks trying to make up for that last play where he let up a big play in coverage, and he's been having a lot of those, which that's interesting because his specialty is supposed to be his coverage and tackling abilities. So it's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on here. Maybe Jordan Hicks needs to get out of the lineup. So here it is 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line, and another handoff to Austin Eckler, and again, the edge is not getting sealed, and this time it is a Darius Evans coming up and making the tackle for a loss. Unfortunately, no Floyd Ellis tackle for losses yet. And that is what we're going to be keeping an eye for moving forward. As you see, a really nice play there by Evans to put the spin move on and get to the running back in the backfield. Setting up a 3rd and 13 now as Joe Burrow takes the snap and throws over the right-hand side. And that is intercepted as that is Marshawn Lattimore with the pick going down the sideline. As you see, Joe Burrow tried to fit that one in quickly to Mike Williams on the sideline, but instead Marshawn Lattimore gets his hands on the football, and that is all she wrote as he turns it upfield and gets pretty good return all the way back to the 38. And that is where this Toronto offense will get their first opportunity in this game, as Nickerson leads this offense out there. He's been playing very well to start this season. And another opportunity here, so it is 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line, and it's going to start off with a handoff to the running back. That is Latavius Murray up to the 8-yard line, or excuse me, up 8 yards on 1st down, And the reason Latavius Murray is starting today, once again, if you guys missed the last few episodes, I believe it was in week 1 actually, Aaron Jones got injured, and he's been out for a handful of weeks now. He should be nearing the end of his injury though, which means he has an opportunity to come back here soon. And this is Latavius Murray again on 1st down, to carry about 2 or 3 yards there. But Latavius Murray's been filling in quite well so far. He actually had a game, ironically enough, with 14 receptions a few weeks ago. Pretty impressive stuff. So Murray, despite being a veteran at 31, 32 years old, he's been playing really well for us, and it is nice to see. It's the reason why we signed him, and he's a perfect complement, perfect replacement, I guess, for Aaron Jones, especially with the speed of the rookie Travis Etienne that he brings to this backfield. It's a nice 1-2 punch while Aaron Jones is unable to be in there. As you see, Travis Kelce with a nice catch there on 3rd down, gets the 1st down and gets him inside the 5, going out of bounds at the 5 as Miles Jack pushes him out. That's going to be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line now, as Toronto seems to be thirsty for a touchdown. And they're going to continue with the running game here as I keep wanting to say Aaron Jones. Latavius Murray gets 2 yards there on 1st down. So now it is 2nd and goal at the 3 as Nickerson drops back, throws to the back of the end zone. That is caught, but unable to keep the feet in bounds. That is CeeDee Lamb. It's now going 4 wide on 3rd and goal. They're going to put a man in motion. They're going to go ahead and fake it to the running back and instead toss it to, that is T. Higgins, but is unable to get around the edge. Actually tackled for a loss there. Interesting play call. Trying to get a little cute there inside the 5 does not work. So it looks like Josh Lambo, newly off of a 5-year contract, making the score 3-0, Toronto on top. So they're able to turn that turnover into some points. At the end zone out to the 22-yard line. as you see, Joe Burrow, only his second interception on the season. But this defense is a totally different type of animal than what you are most likely used to, as there's not a lot of defenses with as much talent as Toronto brings to the table here. As you see, another nice first down carry there from Austin Eckler, getting about 4 yards. Now Joe Burrow passes outside. This time it is caught. That was Mike Williams, a gain of about 5, because he essentially bodies the defender there, boxes him out. It's now 3rd and 1 at the 31-yard line. Joe Burrow in the gun, and it's going to be a handoff here to Austin Eckler, who gets out to the 36 and a first down. Quincy Williams eventually makes the tackle. Or excuse me, that is Jaquil Easter making the tackle. It's now 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. They're going back under center here as Joe Burrow continues to hand it off to Austin Eckler, and it is working right now. They're getting more and more success. This time 9 yards on that first down carry. Putting some extra bodies on the field, and they're going to fake it to the running back instead, going out there to the left-hand side. That is complete for a first down. Jeremy Ruckert, the rookie tight end, with the reception, a gain of 3. It's now going back to the running game here, as this is the number 2 running back, Devonta Freeman, but has no gain there on that first down carry. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 47. It's going to be a pitch outside, this time Austin Eckler, but it looks like there might have been a little bit of a hold there on the pitch. And that was, in fact, a hold by the wide receiver. So now it is 2nd and 20. And it's going to be a handoff here outside, getting some room out to the 47. Gain of about 10 yards there from Austin Eckler. So now it is 3rd and 10. We're going 4 wide here as Joe Burrow drops back, throws out the out to the outlet there, which is Devonta Freeman out of the backfield, and that is going to be good enough for a first down for the Chargers. As you see, Freeman has just enough speed to keep away from the linebackers. Former Atlanta Falcon seems to be putting in some good work behind Austin Eckler in this offense. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Joe Burrow trying to lead his squad to field goal range here, as that looks like exactly what he's going to do, as Austin Eckler getting another carry here up inside the 35. Gain is 7 yards there on first down, making it 2nd and 3 now. And it's going to be a fake and throwing deep into the secondary, overthrowing actually his intended target. That is Jalen Thompson with the interception, as it looked like a run pat, an RPO right there. And it looks like Joe Burrow intended for that to be to Mike Williams, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And instead, it just overthrows Mike Williams and right to Jalen Thompson's waiting arms there in the secondary. Nice play, good heads-up play by Jalen Thompson, as he's had some up and down play so far this season, but he's starting to pick it up here the last couple of games. So now that means it is another opportunity for Toronto to get a 2-score lead here. Starting off in I formation, going to the running game. Nice block there by the fullback, and that is going to be getting out to the 46-yard line, and a nice first down carry there from Latavius Murray. So So now it is 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, continuing under center and continuing with this rushing attack, and that is Latavius Murray having nowhere to go. Getting tackled in the backfield. That is Derwin James on the tackle. And that should go ahead and finish off this first quarter. As Toronto gets out of the first with a lead, 3-0, and the football. They have an opportunity here heading into the second quarter to stretch out this lead some more. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. A pump fake and throwing it deep downfield, as that was one-on-one and overthrows everybody there, Nickerson does. So now it is 3rd and 11. And it's going to be a fake to the running back as Nickerson throws deep to the left-hand side. That is caught down the sideline, and CeeDee Lamb is gone. What a play there. 56-yard touchdown as he simply beat his man on the outside, and a perfect throw there from Nickerson with the fake. I think it made the safety bite just enough to give CeeDee Lamb that separation, and he was gone. And that is a very nice play here from this Toronto offense, and one that we've seen on a couple of occasions, that connection from CeeDee Lamb to Trevor Nickerson. It is a very solid connection that is only growing so far with these two young players. And here's the point after attempt here from Josh Lambo, and it is good. So that is going to be a 10-point lead for Toronto, 10-zip right now over the Joe Burrow-led Chargers. And another kickoff here as it's returned out past the 25 to the 26. And that is going to be where this Chargers offense has their third opportunity to try and right the ship, because so far it's been 2 drives and 2 interceptions thrown by Joe Burrow. Only 3 incompletions on the day, but 2 of them have been interceptions. They've been costly incompletions. So here on first down, Joe Burrow's going to just continue to throw and almost intercepted a third time. That was Jaquil Easter, the safety, who had hands on the football. So now it's 2nd and 10 as Joe Burrow right now is just trying to force that ball downfield. This time it is complete for 14 yards and a first down there to Hunter Henry, as Joe Burrow is going to continue to throw this one outside this time with no gain, as that is Littlejohn with the reception. So now it is 2nd and 10. Another quick throw here, and that is coming out of into the flats there. It's now 3rd and 7 as Burrow's going to throw again over the middle. This time caught. This is Mike Williams with the reception, and that one is going to be good enough for another first down, as they're seemingly getting closer and closer to field goal range, but every time they get there, something bad seems to be happening. So let's see if they can get rid of that bad juju here. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And it's going to be a sack here from Ryan Kerrigan, as that is Joe Burrow with the fake, and Kerrigan did not bite at all on that one. The veteran knew exactly what was going on there, as he just goes right after Joe Burrow, putting him on the ground at the 47-yard line. A nice play there from the wily vet. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 15 at the 47-yard line. They're going to be in the gun here. And it's going to be a handoff, and very little room to run for Austin Eckler, actually losing a yard, as that was Quincy Williams with the tackle. Still no Floyd Ellis. Yeah, still no Floyd Ellis sightings, as he was right there but couldn't make the tackle. So now it's 3rd and 16 at the 48-yard line. Going 4 wide here as Joe Burrow drops back and throws to the right-hand side, and that is almost intercepted again, as I believe that was Branch with the play. And that was, in fact, Richie Branch getting his hands in there to force the incompletion on Littlejohn as he tries to go up and make a play on the ball. Nice heads-up play by the corner to get his hands in there and, if nothing else, force the incompletion. Especially on 3rd down. Very key, because that is forcing a punt here from the Chargers. And not a very good one either, as that one goes out of bounds at the 32. So pretty fortunate bounce there for Toronto, as it looks like it came off of the punter's, off the side of his foot. So now going empty backfield here. 1st and 10. Nickerson alone as he drops back and quick throw over the middle that is caught. And running out there to the 46-yard line is, that's right, Keontae Bonds. So now it's 1st and 10 and a handoff this time. And that's going to be about a gain of 3 or 4 from Latavius Murray. Going back into I formation here and continuing to run the football. And they get up past the 50 to the 49. Gain of 2 yards there. Setting up a 3rd and 5 as Nickerson is in the gun as he drops back and throws quickly to the right-hand side. That is caught by, that is none other than Travis Kelce, who is going to fit into this offense after the trade during the offseason there, as it was a trade with the Chiefs, including multiple picks to get Travis Kelce here in Toronto, and it seems to be fitting quite well into this offense. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 34, and it's going to be another handoff to Latavius Murray, this time with very little room to run. They're going to call it a gain of 0 on that one. It's now setting up a 2nd and 10. They're going to continue with the run here, as this time it's Travis Etienne with his first carry, getting about 3 yards there. So now it is 3rd and 7. Nickerson takes the snap, and he is under pressure as he goes down at the 39-yard line. That is Joey Bosa with the sack. First time we've heard his name today. As it looks like Jedrick Wills just simply got beat. And they are setting up for a long field goal here for Josh Lambo. And he gets it off, and it is no good. That's something you don't see very often from Josh Lambo, but it was a good attempt there. It was close on distance. I'm not sure if he quite had enough leg, but I think it was a little bit to the left as well. So that's going to set up the Chargers in pretty good field position here at the 46-yard line. However, field position hasn't necessarily been a problem for them. It's been continuing to hold on to the football that is the problem, as Austin Eckler gets a gain of 4 yards on 1st down there. And a quick throw outside as this is caught, but actually they lose a yard on that play. Nice heads-up play by Darius Slay to get up there and make the tackle on Keenan Allen. All right, they're emptying it out here on 3rd and 7. About 3 minutes to go in this half as Joe Burrow takes the snap, throws it quick to the left-hand side, and a nice play by Big Play Slay to get his hands on the football and knocking that one down. As you see there, that was intended for Keenan Allen on the outside, but Slay just staying right there with him, able to make the play. And it was a big signing to get him back after a phenomenal season last year for the Huskies. He comes back and continues to play well here in year 2 with the Huskies. And as you see, another bad punt here, again, setting up the Huskies in good field position here at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. As Nickerson's going to start off in the gun, and he's going to throw over to the left-hand side, and that's going to be caught. And only a gain of about 3 yards there. There's Keontae Bonds with the 2nd catch of the day for him. It's now 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line. A couple of receivers to the right-hand side here for Nickerson, as he has a little bit of a blitz coming, but he gets the ball off out there to the middle of the field. That is caught, as that is Jonnu Smith, the number 2 tight end now, with the reception. 22 yards downfield as well, and that should lead us to the 2-minute warning here. Nice play there from Trevor Nickerson to realize he needs to get rid of the football quickly as they send the blitz. And those are the type of plays that you can really see the development from Trevor Nickerson. And this is in fact the 2-minute warning, a 10-0 lead for the Toronto Huskies, with an opportunity to extend that lead even more here before halftime. As Nickerson's going to take this snap, step up in the pocket, and let one loose, but is unable to complete that one. So now they're going 4 wide here, 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line. And Nickerson's going to drop back and have all the time in the world, but eventually time runs out, as that is Uchenna Nwosu with the sack. And that's going to put him outside of field goal range. As you see, there was just nobody open for Nickerson to get the ball to. And so that was more of a coverage sack than anything. It's now 3rd and 17 at the 42-yard line. Nickerson's going to take this one, move out to the right, and eventually get this ball out. And it's going to be caught on the left-hand side at the 33-yard line from T. Higgins. And so that's going to set up Josh Lambo with a field goal attempt here. And it is good. Toronto's going to get the lead 13-0 over the Chargers right now. And it has been all Toronto here throughout this first half. But the Chargers have one more opportunity with 1:21 to go. And this is going to be returned out to the 26-yard line by Littlejohn. Now both teams do have all 3 of their timeouts here. They're going to start off empty as Joe Burrow takes the snap, completes this one over the middle, and with some nice speed, but the ball comes out, and it looks like that is recovered by Toronto. The question is, was he down? That was Littlejohn with the catch and run, showing off the speed there after the catch, and it looks like he might have been down. We'll have to see if we get a review here, as there's a chance that his elbow was down before that ball comes out. Although it looks like Nickerson and company is coming out onto the football field. And there's the review.
The previous play is under review.
And as you see, it looks like the elbow is down right there. And then the ball comes out. So obviously it can't be a fumble. The ground cannot force a fumble. And this is in fact turned over, and this means that the clock continues to run, but the Chargers go ahead and take a timeout. With a minute to go, they've got 2 timeouts left, and it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line now. And they're going to split out wide here, making it 5 wide. As Burrow's going to take the quick snap and catch, and nice power there from the tight end to push forward for a 1st down. And that's going to be timeout number 2 from the Chargers. They have 1 left. 54 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the left-hand side here for Burrow as he takes the snap. Has all the time in the world and eventually just drops this one underneath to Austin Eckler, who loses 3 yards actually. So now Burrow drops back. 2nd and 13, throwing to the right-hand side. That is caught inside the 10, down to the 8. And they're going to go ahead and take a timeout here with 15 seconds to go. As that was a dime thrown by Joe Burrow on the right-hand side. So now it's 1st and goal at the 8. They're going to try for the end zone as that is dangerous. Almost intercepted there. They've got 11 seconds. We're going to have another opportunity here as Joe Burrow has 3 receivers to the left-hand side. And he is going to look underneath and just essentially throw that one away. Out in front of Austin Eckler. So now it's 3rd and goal with 8 seconds to go. Burrow drops back again and throws to the end zone, and that is caught. But it is out of the back of the end zone. Keenan Allen with the reception. But it is not a reception, actually. Feet were not in bounds. So that's going to set up a field goal attempt here from the Chargers. It's 4th and goal here. And with 1 second left, the Chargers get 3 points on the board. So it is 13-3 right now. And a touchback here. Fully expecting a kneel down, and that is exactly what they intend to do here. And just head to halftime with a 10-point lead and an opportunity coming out of halftime to extend that lead. Alright, let's take a look around the league here at halftime, see what's going on, as it looks like Indianapolis is traveling to Washington, where the Dwayne Haskins-led Washington football team there seems to be beating up on the Jordan Love-led Colts, and Jimmy Garoppolo went out to the desert there, and it looks like they are actually beating Arizona in their own stadium 21-10 right now. And then traveling down south, it looks like the Titans and Trey Lance came to town and got beat up by Deshaun Watson and the Texans. It is 35-14 final, and that is going to make things very interesting in this AFC South, as that means that your Toronto Huskies really have a good opportunity here to take full-fledged lead, not only lead, but advantage over the AFC South right now. And it's going to be really dependent on those scores out east in terms of whether or not Washington can hold on for the win. But if they do, then that means Toronto will have full control of their own division for the first time ever. So now here, coming out of halftime, Toronto has the ball at the 26-yard line. And Nickerson's going to fake to the running back here and throw out of the backfield. Complete. Gain of about 1 yard. Actually, that was Keontae Bonds with the reception. So now 2nd and 9. Nickerson under pressure, and he goes down. That is Joey Bosa, with the sack. And a heads-up play there to grab the football, as it was not only a sack, but a forced fumble there as Nickerson gets walloped. And it looks like Jedrick Wills had the heads-up wherewithal to grab that football as Joey Bosa forces it loose. So now it is 3rd and 22 at the 14-yard line as Nickerson drops back under pressure again, gets the ball out, but actually loses 2 yards on that play. And it looks like the Chargers have really changed their game plan as they are coming after Trevor Nickerson here to start this second half. So now Matt Hawk getting ready to punt from his own end zone. And a pretty good punt as it goes out of bounds at the 34. Now 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. First opportunity for the Chargers offense here in the second half. And they're going to start off hot, but is unable to complete that one as Joe Burrow tries to bullet that one in on the right-hand side to none other than Mike Williams. And a low snap here controlled as Austin Eckler making some moves and making some guys miss. Getting out to the 41-yard line there on the 2nd down carry. Gain of 6 yards for him. So now it is 3rd and 4 at the 41. As Joe Burrow is going to take this snap and throw underneath. That is Austin Eckler with the reception, getting out to the 46 for 5 yards and a first down. That's Austin Eckler's 2nd catch on the day. It's now 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Under center is Joe Burrow. They're putting a man in motion here, and it's going to be a handoff, and that is actually stopped at the 45-yard line. A loss of 1 from Austin Eckler. Linval Joseph coming in with the stop. And as you see, it seems like they have a good game plan on Floyd Ellis to kind of keep him out of the mix so far. So now it is 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be another handoff here and another good carry from Austin Eckler out to the 47. A gain of about 8 yards there. Setting up 3rd and 3 now. As Joe Burrow is going to take the snap, throw quick to the right-hand side. That is caught all the way down to the 31, Hunter Henry. But it looks like he may have been injured on that play as he's grabbing at his arm or his wrist there. Couldn't tell which. But he was in fact injured, so that means Jeremy Ruckert now out there starting at tight end for the Chargers. And a quick throw outside, and what a hit! As Mike Williams essentially drops that football on 1st down. And so now a quick throw outside here is caught on 2nd down. Gain of about 2 yards there from Jeremy Ruckert. It's now 3rd and 8 at the 30. They are in field goal range as Joe Burrow drops down and completes this one. Nice little floater there to the tight end. That's going to be good enough for a first down. 3rd catch of the day for Jeremy Ruckert. Now 6 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter as Joe Burrow's under center, and it's going to be a fake to the running back, and out of the backfield here underneath, I should say, caught out to the 13-yard line, a gain of about a yard, as Hunter Henry, who seems to be back in the game once again, and this is Austin Eckler on the carry with no room to run. A net gain of 0 there. As it is 3rd and 9 at the 13-yard line. Joe Burrow is going to take the snap and have some time in the pocket. Eventually throwing this one to the right-hand side. That is caught by Austin Eckler, Little John, but unfortunately that is not in bounds. So that is going to be a Chargers field goal here, as that was a nice little catch there from Little John, but couldn't keep the feet in bounds. And that's where you need to keep that awareness of where the sideline is at. And this time it is another good field goal here. So that gives the Chargers a 6-3 deficit now. So now Toronto's going to have to see if they can answer, as they're going to return this from the end zone out past the 20 to the 22. As you see, Trevor Nickerson, only 3 incompletions on the day. And it's 1st and 10 here at the 22-yard line, starting off in I formation. And it's going to be a handoff here to Latavius Murray, who gets about 2 yards on that first down carry. And continuing under center here, and under pressure is Nickerson as he goes down. That is the 3rd sack on the day for Joey Bosa, as he is just a menace right now up front. And they are just teeing off on Nickerson, and that seems to be the game plan here in the second half. Just go after Nickerson, don't give him the time of day to throw the football, and he won't be able to tear you up. So now it is 3rd and 14 at the 19-yard line. Nickerson's going to start off in the gun here, as he's going to be trying to set up a screen pass. It is caught, but a nice heads-up play there to actually tackle him for a loss by Miles Jack. It's now 4th and 19. Matt Hawk is going to punt again from his own end zone. And a pretty good punt here, getting out to the 30, and a return to the 35 by Little John. So that's going to be where this Chargers offense comes out and tries to hopefully break open this game a little bit. It's now 1st and 10 at the 35. Burrow's going to quick throw over the middle and actually overthrows his intended target. It's now to 2nd and 10. And putting a man in motion from left to right. It's going to be a handoff, though, to Austin Eckler, who eventually goes down at the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 yards there on 2nd down. So now it is 3rd and 7 at the 38. And they're going to fake to the running back here, as Joe Burrow has all the time in the world and eventually finds his target on the left-hand side. That is Mike Williams with the reception. Good enough for a first down, and they're in plus territory right now, down to the 41-yard line, closing in on field goal range as well. It's now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Bunch set here to the right-hand side for Burrows. He's going to throw to the left, though, and that is caught by Keenan Allen. Nice route there by Allen. Gets out of bounds as well for a first down at the 29-yard line. That puts the Chargers in field goal range also. It's now 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line in the gun here, and it's going to be a fake to the running back under pressure, and this is caught by Littlejohn, and that's going to be all the way going to the end zone, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but an ineligible man downfield is going to negate that touchdown, as that's a 5-yard penalty against the offense. So now it is 1st and 15. And Austin Eckler tries to take this one forward, a gain of about 2 yards, though. That's a heartbreaker. I could have tied this game up for the Chargers. So now it is 2nd and 13. And it's going to be a quick throw, and that is intercepted as just a miscommunication on the outside there, as Toronto's going to be returning this one all the way to the end zone. That is Richie Branch with the interception there. Heads up play by Branch, and it looks like it was just a miscommunication from Joe Burrow and his intended target there, as Branch just grabs that and doesn't look back. 69-yard return there, and I'm not sure if Joe Burrow expected his man to cut back to the outside or what, but there was definitely something going on there that they did not expect, and that's a pick 6 for Toronto, giving them a, pending this extra point, 20-6 lead here, which is massive because right now the offense is sputtering. So now Josh Lambo kicks this one off, and it's returned out past the 20 to the 22. And that is where this Chargers drive will start out. So that is the 3rd interception of the day, though, from Joe Burrow. He is struggling today against this Toronto defense, especially after coming into this game with only 1 interception on the season. Now he's up to 4 already, and a quick throw outside is caught, but no, actually losing 2 yards there is Mike Williams. Nice heads-up play by Marshawn Lattimore to make the tackle. So now it is 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line. Nearing the end of this 3rd quarter here, as they're going to put a man in motion from left to right, fake it to him, but instead go to Devonta Freeman out of the backfield. That's a gain of 5 yards there. And that's going to round out this 3rd quarter. And the score right now is 20-6. Toronto over the LA Chargers right now. But the Chargers do have the ball here. 3rd and 7 coming into the 4th quarter. They're spreading it out 5 wide here, as Joe Burrow is going to throw to the right-hand side, and that is incomplete. That is just flat out dropped by Austin Eckler, who had the first down, just had to catch the football. And I don't know if he heard footsteps or what right there, as Jaquil Easter was coming in hot behind him. But either way, that is going to be a punt now from the Chargers, as it's going to be returned from the 15 out past the 30 to the 31. As you see, Nickerson still only 3 incompletions on the day. They are spreading it out wide here. 4 wide on first down. And they're going to put a man in motion here, and that's going to be a handoff to Travis Kelce, of all people, as he actually loses 2 yards on that play. A nice play from the Chargers defense. It's now 2nd and 12 in I formation here at the 29-yard line. They're going to fake to the running back, and under pressure again, but gets out of it somehow, and still can't get the ball off. Joey Bosa comes back a second time and sacks him. What a play by Joey Bosa. Just pure guts and determination for that sack, as Nickerson throws him off of his back, only to get sacked from behind a minute or two later. Oh man, that is gut-wrenching, as that is the, I believe, 4th sack on the day for Joey Bosa. So now it is 3rd and 17. As Nickerson under pressure again, but gets this one off, and this is caught down the left-hand side. That is CeeDee Lamb, as he just simply put one up for CeeDee Lamb, a 30-yard grab on that play. On 3rd down, he just simply threw it up and hoped to get something good here, as he throws it to his number 1 receiver there, CeeDee Lamb, with a nice play, beating his man again. And he knew he had to get the football out of there quick because Joey Bosa was coming. And so now it's going to be 1st and 10 for 46, and it's going to be a fake to the running back here, and a reception here. Again, CeeDee Lamb getting out to the 38, a gain of 8 yards there. They've seemed to figure out how to slow down this pass rush a little bit. That big play kind of took the air out of the sails for this Chargers defense. And now it's going to be a handoff here for Latavius Murray, who gets just enough for the 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, as Nickerson has a little bit of time and eventually gets this one completed. How was that caught? Wow, what a play there on the sideline. That is Keontae Bonds with the reception, and they're going to have a handoff here following that up. Quick play, so there's no review. Heads up play by the rookie quarterback to hurry them to the line. And now another handoff. This time it is going to be... Oh, this is not good. Tackled in the backfield is Latavius Murray, but it looks like he's injured, as that's going to be the 2nd running back that is hurt. We'll have to see how bad it is. It looks like it might be his shoulder. So now it is 3rd and 3. That means the rookie Travis Etienne will be out there now. On 3rd and 3, it's going to be a quick throw and caught. This time CeeDee Lamb down to the 4-yard line. And that's going to set up a 1st and goal and also give CeeDee Lamb a 100-yard performance in this one. It's now 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Travis Etienne, who shows off the speed and finds the edge and into the end zone. That's something we don't necessarily have with Latavius Murray, is that speed. And they utilized it there. Finding the end zone, it was the rookie. Nice heads-up play, and that's going to give Toronto some more points on the board. That should bring him to 26 right now, pending the extra point, and it'll be 27-6. And the extra point is good, so it is in fact 27-6, a 21-point lead for Toronto right now. 6.5 to go in this one. They seem to be in full-fledged control of this game. As a return out here to the 24-yard line by Littlejohn. And that's going to be where the Chargers come back out and start this drive off at. And Joe Burrow needs to figure out something here, because it is not going well right now for him, this one. 3 turnovers and a 3-score deficit right now for this Chargers offense. And they're going to start off with Austin Eckler carrying this one up the middle for 4 yards. So now it's 2nd and 6. And Joe Burrow's going to drop back here, and a quick throw to the left-hand side. That is caught, and getting out of bounds is Keenan Allen. They're going to have to utilize that sideline quite a bit now with limited time. So now Joe Burrow's going to take the snap once again, throw to the right-hand side this time, caught, and breaking a tackle is Mike Williams, getting out to the 41-yard line and in plus territory as the Chargers seem to be moving the football pretty well. That is Mike Williams' 5th catch on the day. It's now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, nearing 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. As Joe Burrow's going to throw a quick one over the middle. It is caught, and pushing his way to the 30 is Littlejohn here. 4th catch on the day for him. So now it's 1st and 10 range, but field goal won't really help them here. They need touchdowns all day as Joe Burrow is under pressure and he goes down. That is Ryan Kerrigan with his 2nd sack on the day. Nice play there as Ryan Kerrigan just comes up the middle and forces his way to Joe Burrow. So now it is 2nd and 14 at the 34-yard line. Burrows has a low snap here, and it is instead Austin Eckler actually with the handoff. And that's going to lose a handful of yards here. As that looks like it was Floyd Ellis with the tackle for loss. So that's going to help out his case, as I know he needs at least 2 of those today. So now it is 3rd and 20 at the 39-yard line. Big play here from Joe Burrow as he's going to drop back, and a flag on the play, complete. Getting out to the 39, and it looks like that's going to be a holding by Brian Bulaga. So now it is 3rd and 30 at the 49-yard line here. Joe Burrow's going to drop back and complete this one out to the flat and getting some yardage out to the 39-yard line. That was Hunter Henry. No, I was correct. Jeremy Ruckert with the catch there. It's hard to tell if that said 88 or 86. But that was, in fact, Jeremy Ruckert with his 4th catch on the day. So that's going to set up a 4th and 19 at the 39-yard line. They need a 1st down to stay in this game, as Joe Burrow is going to throw this one. It is knocked away, and that is going to pretty much end it, as Toronto's defense comes up big over and over again in this game. And why not have one more big play there with a nice batted pass. That is actually the backup safety, Lano Hill, getting in there to make the play. As you see, CeeDee Lamb having a pretty good day today. And Toronto's offense as a whole has had a decent day. They just struggle with Joey Bosa at times, which is to be expected, as Latavius Murray has a 2-yard carry there on first down, just inside 2.5 to go. And another handoff here as Latavius Murray has some room to run, getting up past the 40, or excuse me, past the 50 to the 45. Nice 13-yard carry for him there, and that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. And as you see, Latavius Murray seems to be doing all right. He's back in the game. So now 1st and 10 coming out of the 2-minute warning. It's going to be another handoff here as Murray gets inside the 45 down to the 41. Gain of 4 yards there. So now 2nd and 6. And it's going to be another handoff here up the middle, and continuing to get good yardage is Latavius Murray out to the 31. And that's a first down. It's now 40 seconds to go in this game. Nickerson's going to hand this one off, and Latavius Murray powering his way up to the 26. It's a gain of 5 yards. And that may have been the last play of this one. And they do, in fact, end it on that, as Toronto comes away with another win, 27-6. Despite being on the road, they absolutely dominate the Chargers, especially on the defensive side of the football. As they come out, they may not necessarily have the high, I guess, numbers on the offensive side of the ball, but they did enough, and that defense played lights out for them. And that leads them to a pretty dominant victory here, as Joe Burrow's just not sure what he did wrong in this one, as he had 3 interceptions on the day and 0 touchdowns. That's certainly not going to help things.